You like comic books? Nerd.
Hey guys, it's Nate here from Closet Nerds, and I just got done watching Gotham episode 2, and I gotta say, it was really good. So stay tuned for our review and explanation of what's going on, and some spoilers and Easter eggs. So get ready for that, and here we go, Gotham episode 2. So, we once again got to see young Bruce Wayne, and I gotta say, I am really liking this little kid. Fox Kid, once again, was he in 3 Fox shows now? But anyway, so we saw him burning his hand over the candle, and, you know, all that stuff. They said he was cutting himself. We hear him listen to death metal and all kinds of stuff. But then we had that favorite line at the end when he was talking with Gordon, and he's saying, "I'm testing myself." So we get this little aspect of, we see Batman coming around. We even saw him sneak in a room, and he, no one knew he was there. Just kind of did the whole Magic Batman appearance. So that was really cool to see once again. Now, we also got to see a little bit of Alfred in these videos. Now, I wasn't completely hating on him, but I gotta say, he was really gruff and gritty, which I understand that that's what they're going for in Gotham, and that's how he's supposed to be. So I didn't completely hate him, but in the same time, he didn't really feel like the Alfred that we all know and love. So while he wasn't my worst favorite character, I really would like to see our classic Alfred come back, but hopefully in the future we'll get to see that. So once again, we saw Penguin, and he was really intense. I really love this character. I ranted on it in the last episode, and I just can't get enough of him. I mean, we see his penguin walk, and then when the one guy he hitchhiked with commented on it, he got stabbed with a beer bottle. So we see that he's a little bit moody, but once again, I just love this character. I mean, he reminded me a lot of the BBC Moriarty, just that cool character. You weren't really expecting this, but then once you see it, you're like, yes, this works, and you just love it. So I'm really excited to see what we see next from Penguin, and obviously he's coming back to Gotham in episode 3, and we're going to see some pretty cool stuff, I hope. And next we met Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. Now, she went by Cat in the show, which I kind of liked. But anyway, so Cat, we first saw her with all these homeless kids, and the Dollmaker's henchmen were coming to abduct kids. Apparently, they've been going around to Gotham abducting all these kids. Now, all the kids got abducted except Catwoman and this one unfortunate kid who got thrown through a window. He ended up surviving and going and testifying to the police. I really liked who they cast as Catwoman. She does such a great job. She's supposed to be 13 in the show, and she looks about that age, but she has such a maturity about her. You just feel like this kid's been around some stuff. She's seen things. She's really mature and knows how to survive. That's a way that we really could describe her in this show, is a survivor, and I really liked her. She was just really spot on for me. Once again, amazing casting by Gotham. And she had all her typical Catwoman traits that we all saw and we loved. And it looks like she's going to be a big part in the show because it looks like she holds the secret to the Wayne murder. Apparently she must have witnessed it or some such. That's what the end of the episode happened, so we're not sure what's going on yet. So once again, we got to see more of Fish Mooney, and she was really eager to move into some other territory. Now, Falcone came and is like, "Hey, I talked to your boy Penguin, and he said, you're going to move in on my turf, and blah. She's like, "Oh, no, I wouldn't do that." And then Falcone went and beat up one of her guys, apparently her lover or something. So she's really ticked at him, and it looks like we're going to see a big power move from Fish. So it looks like she's going to be moving in on Falcone's turf, and we're going to be seeing a full-on gang war pretty soon. Now, she did say she's going to be patient, a.k.a. Fox is probably going to drag that out to, end of the season. But either way, I think we're in for some really crazy stuff from Fish Mooney. And I think she's really going to hold the key to Gotham in some of the upcoming seasons. So watch out for her. We once again got to see more of Bullock and Gordon. And I got to say, I really like these two. I mean, they're playing off of each other so well. We have Gordon, the saint, the really good cop. Then we have Bullock, this kind of dirty cop, kind of just out for himself, doesn't want to have to deal with any dirt, just get by. So, I mean, we really get this nice contrast between these two cops. And it actually is pretty cool how they're doing it, because they're making it so that they're working really well together, in the sense of they don't really agree with each other, they might not be the best of friends, but when it comes down to it, because they're so different, they balance each other out and actually make a really good team. For instance, once the Dollmakers people had captured all of these kids, both Gordon and Bullock were like, okay, kidnapping and possibly killing kids is probably really bad, so we need to just put aside our differences. And we saw that. Bullock actually decided to care for a change, and then while he was interrogating someone, Gordon kind of turned a blind eye while Bullock was beating this witness and getting some much-needed information. So we saw a really cool inner working there, and I'm really excited for how it's working out. I mean, we know Gordon's the main character, and he is really, really being developed into this kind of character that we just love. He's that character that you root for. So I'm liking how they're doing Gordon, and I'm really excited to see what happens next for him. Alright, so once again, as we did at the end of the last video, we're going to talk about some Easter eggs, spoilers, and rumors. And just look at what we think is going to be happening in the future of Gotham. Our first spoiler, obviously we've been mentioning his name throughout this video, is Dollmaker. So we didn't see Dollmaker in the video. I'm not convinced we'll actually see him in Gotham. I mean, I feel like we should because they brought him in so big. But in the comics, Batman didn't take him out for a really long time. He really didn't even become a big role until the New 52. So it would be a really weird thing for them to deal with Dollmaker beforehand. I mean, it'd be really cool if they did. He's one of my favorite villains. As you see in this picture here, he's pretty crazy. And to tell you how crazy he is, when the Joker kind of went even more insane than usual and wanted to go on a special type of killing spree during like death of the family and all kinds of things, he had the Dollmaker cut off his face. So Dollmaker cut off the Joker's face with Joker's permission, and the Joker did this because he felt like Dollmaker was the one that was like kind of up to par with him on like insane evil villains. So he made, and anyways, Dollmaker made like these weird, crazy robot things from like harvested flesh, like he called them his children or whatever, and it was really, really creepy. He's one of the most, in my opinion, disturbing villains there is, so it'd be really cool to see him in Gotham, but I don't know if we actually will. The next spoiler we saw, once again, was Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler. Like we said last week, he's going to be working in GCPD. I doubt we'll ever really see him blossom into the Enigma character, or aka the Riddler, at least anytime in the near future of Gotham. I feel like just he's there, and he has actually a pretty decent role in the fact that he's one of the crime analysts. We saw him come back in this episode giving like a blood toxicology report. So we see that he's actually doing stuff for the police department. So I feel like he'll just be around, and then maybe like season 5, if they get that far, he'll probably turn bad or something, and then that's when they'll start breaking loose. Maybe even bring Batman around. So I feel like that's how that's going to work. But we saw him again, and they're developing his character. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to do that, see if we're going to really be relating to the Riddler and maybe even rooting for him. So that'll be pretty cool. Another really interesting spoiler that we found was when you noticed the bartender come up and talk to Fish, the one that got beat up, that was supposedly Fish's lover, I think. They said his name was Laszlo. So if you do a little bit of research, you'll find out the only real Laszlo in the Batman universe is Laszlo Valentine, aka Professor Pig. So that was a really interesting surprise they're bringing him into it. But he's there, and if you watch the episode 3 trailer, we see Professor Pig, bright as day, standing there with his pig mask on. So obviously we see Laszlo Valentine, Professor Pig, he's coming around. Not only was this just an Easter egg, we see that he's coming around in the next episode. And last but not least, really excited about this one. There's really no confirmed anything about this. This is all rumor and speculation. But hey, this is a cool rumor, so I'm excited about it. The rumor is that when we saw Selina Kyle on the bus going to juvie, the kid that she was sitting next to, remember she told him, you know, when you attack somebody, go for their eyes. There's a lot of speculation saying that that kid is the Joker. Now, no confirmed anything, at least to my knowledge, but wow, that's a really cool rumor. Even if it's just a rumor, I'm going to run with it because that'd be awesome. If Selina Kyle was one of the people who had like an influence into making the Joker, I'd be really, really excited about that. So maybe a Joker sighting, we don't know, but hey, possibly Joker. You know, hashtag could it be Joker? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be coming out with a lot of reviews in the future. We'll be doing reviews on Arrow, Walking Dead, Flash, Constantine, and Gotham. So we'll have our work cut out for us. And also, we'll hopefully be putting up a Shadow of Mordor walkthrough very soon. Hopefully it'll be up by tomorrow. And so all that's going on. If you have anything else that you wanted to comment on or ask us about, obviously put them in the comments. Like us on Facebook, and be sure to follow us on Twitter. Also, subscribe so you can see all of our new videos as they come out. And anyway, from all of us here at Closet Nerds, have an awesome day, and be sure to watch Gotham next week, Monday, 8 p.m. on Fox.